Hey guys, welcome to J-Man's Wrestling Show, and today I want to look at some of the news and events with TNA Wrestling. I want to talk about the previous show and just a lot of the storylines that have been going on within TNA, and talking about last Thursday's Impact. That was a pretty decent show. Following the pay-per-view, not Bound for Glory, but Against All Odds, we had the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, winning the tournament, earning himself a title shot against AJ Styles. Okay, now this sets up the feud between them on Impact. We saw them confront each other in the ring. D'Angelo proceeded to insult Ric Flair, and Ric Flair followed suit. And, well, basically, that segment, I felt like it didn't do too well. I mean, I wasn't impressed with it. It was basically just both of them insulting each other. AJ Styles didn't have a lot to do with it. Yeah, he got involved towards the end, but I think it wasn't very. It was anticlimactic. Anyway, the only real heat between those two guys is that, well, they just insulted each other. So that's not much of a storyline right now, but hopefully it'll get better. They'll develop it. Anyway, I want to talk about the Pope as the main event guy. Since he's getting a title shot, we have to consider him as the champion. If he were to win the belt, he would be representing TNA. Now, although the Pope is very athletic, he's got good microphone skills. He's in good shape. He's got talent in the ring. Puts on a pretty decent performance. I don't think he's really what it takes to be the champion, especially right now. I don't think it would look good to have him as a champion, not because he's black. Just because I think, excuse me, people don't really catch on to his character that much. His character, he talks in the third person. So what is he, kind of like a clone of The Rock? I mean, a lot of wrestlers talk in third person, like MVP, I guess. But this guy, I don't really catch on to his character that well. He's just really, really cocky, really arrogant, which I don't think is much of a good thing especially for a face. So I doubt he'll win the title. But sure, give him a title shot at the pay-per-view. Okay, it's not a major pay-per-view coming up, but should be interesting. Anyway, I hope he doesn't win the title. I doubt he will, but anyway, even if he wins the title, he'll probably be a transition champion and just pass it back to AJ. Anyways, what else we have? Oh yeah, the feud between Mick Foley and Eric Bischoff continues. We saw on Impact, Eric Bischoff set up Mick Foley to go on like a shopping spree just to get him out of the arena. Very predictable. Eric Bischoff was just trying to get rid of Mick Foley so he could take out his anger, his frustrations on Abyss. And basically, at the pay-per-view, Eric Bischoff wanted to use Abyss and Mick Foley against each other by telling them to beat the living hell out of each other. He wanted Abyss to use a barbed wire baseball bat, and he didn't do that. Because why? Mick Foley and Abyss are friends. Wow. Okay. So, as punishment to Abyss for not using the baseball bat, he put Abyss into a match against Jeff Jarrett and told Jeff Jarrett to use that barbed wire baseball bat. Okay, now Jeff Jarrett, being the good guy that he is now, refused to do it. And therefore, Eric Bischoff had a plan B, a backup plan, where he sent in all the heels or a bunch of heels working for him to beat the living crap out of both of these guys, which he did. But all in all, Hulk Hogan, who was advertised to have been absent that night, comes out to the ring, and basically everybody runs away like a coward. And Hulk Hogan restores order. I think he tells Bischoff to clean up his act or something. He tells Abyss to go back to his office. And then, when he gets Abyss back in his office, he proceeds to motivate Abyss, to inspire him, giving him the Hulk Hogan speech, filling his head with all this stuff about the rule of attraction. He really puts that into play. Everything that he read in that book, The Secret, which became a huge part of his life, which is basically, it just talks about the rule of attraction is how by thinking positively you can bring positive occurrences to happen. So he really beats that into Abyss's head and gives him the Hulk Hogan pep talk. So instead of Abyss being a sniveling coward, he's going to become the epic hero, supposedly. Now, I mean, it's pretty cool to hear a Hulk Hogan pep talk. But, I mean, Abyss is now going to be more of a fighter, that's good too, because I think that character, that storyline with him being such a wuss, it's gotten kind of old. It's getting kind of dry. But that was an interesting part of Impact. I kind of enjoyed that, even though it was predictable. So now Mick Foley will be looking to get revenge on Eric Bischoff, of course, and he will probably team up with Jeff Jarrett. And what else do we have? Oh, Bobby Lashley has been absent from Impact lately. I think because he was busy with his MMA training. I think he went somewhere for a training camp, and he hasn't really come back yet. But I can't wait for him to get back in action. I want to see what they do with him. When will he get a title shot? I don't know, but I'd like to find out. Alright, what else we got going on? Oh, yes. Impact will be live on Monday nights, starting, I believe, March 8th. So March 8th, which is still before WrestleMania. Impact will be live. They'll be competing, obviously, against Vince McMahon's Monday Night Raw, the same time slot. But they're going to be doing it every other week, so it won't be back-to-back live shows. It will be a live show, then a tape show, then a live show, then a tape show. So, all in all, I think that's a pretty good idea. That way they won't exhaust all their resources, all their money. And they'll be able to step back and kind of judge how well the live event went and plan for the next one. But it should prove to be exciting. I'm looking forward to the next Monday night show. And hope to see you guys again watching my video, commenting my video as I talk about that. As always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and rate the video. See you later.